All right, so Ernie Audino, Brigadier General U.S. Army, retired. So this is my '06 Rokon Trailbreaker, and I've run this one for many years. I love the bike, but I've made some mods to it. I have kind of tuned it to the way I ride and some of my needs. And one of the first things, of course, I like motocross foot pegs. And so I've welded those on. Those actually came off a Kawasaki KLX 650. And that's one. Two are these tires. These are about the deepest tread you can run on this thing. It's a great pattern, and it really works well in the sugar sand out here. And in the mud, it's a very self-cleaning tire. Okay, you know, other odds and ends, such as a GPS mount right here on top of the tank. I mean, that keeps it in protected, and you know, branches and what have you don't affect it. And if I dump it, it's kind of in tight. It's not going to get busted off the bike. So that's very useful. That, with a map of the trail area when we're out in parts unknown, and that's how we navigate. All right, so we've got a machete on here too, because sometimes when you use these bikes to live up to their name, Trailbreaker, you're breaking some trail. And this actually came in handy in some other areas. I haven't used it down here much, but I have used it down here. All right, so the engine is a special engine. I wanted more displacement, I wanted more power, I wanted more torque. So I picked up this engine. It's 212 cc's, got it out of the box, tore it down immediately before I even turned it on, pulled it down to the bare block. I put the cam in it that I wanted, did the head work, stiffer valve springs, advanced the ignition, and then put a Tillotson carburetor in a manifold combination. I refined. I actually designed this combo and got it to work on this type of motor, and it runs great. And some other guys helped me with that, with a few refinements to it. Anyhow, that engine puts out about double the horsepower that the original motor did.
What did the original put out?
That was about 6.5 horse. This is about 12, but you see, in this bike, with the continuously variable transmission, that shifts automatically through an infinite range of ratios. So these bikes aren't designed for speed necessarily, but they are designed to go through absolutely anything, and that's what you need. But now you can move along at a pretty good clip with this bike and get through some gnarly stuff. Okay, so the other modification is on this side of the bike, on the transmission itself. Sometimes a driven clutch, which should come to rest at idle because of dust and wear and whatever, sometimes they just don't, and it makes shifting the transfer case sometimes a little notchy. So well, that's fine. To reduce wear in the transfer case, I developed a clutch brake, which, when you squeeze the second brake lever here, it's second on the left-hand side of the bike. It's a small one, like a decompression lever. It actuates the clutch brake on the driven clutch, stops that baby dead, and then you can shift the transfer case in and out of gear any range you want, and no wear on the transfer case. So it's worked out very good. And let's see, video camera, a full pack of tools and spares. I even built that rack, so I welded that rack up. Yeah, that's about it. It's very well tuned for these conditions. I love it.